Hello darlings, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nonto Mondlane. I wanted to do this in, I can't tell the difference between Pelisutu and Tswana, but Kinna Nonto Mondlane and Eki YouTube yaka. Don't know if it makes sense, but anyway, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Boo, 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 boo. The family is growing. I know I said it last time, but I'm saying it again. Thank you so much to all our new subscribers. I hope you will love it here. Right, today's video is a bit different. I put up a Q&A for Bonolo and I, like questions for Bonolo and I that we would be answering together. Unfortunately, we didn't get to shoot together because we hadn't seen each other in such a long time. We were catching up. And we completely forgot to shoot. We forgot. So today's video is a bit of a channel takeover. I'm doing the intro, yes, but the rest of the video is going to be Bonolo answering the questions.
Hello everybody, my name is Bonolo and this is not my YouTube channel, but it is Nonto's YouTube channel. For those of you that don't know me, I am Bonolo, like I said. Nonto and I are friends. If you have no idea who this random person is, Nonto and I are friends, and we are currently in the same place in our lives, which is new mummies. Nonto is a first-time mom, I am a second-time mom, and we are doing a channel takeover. We are both in the space of YouTubing and content creating and influencing, and we just so happen to also be friends. Long story short, Nonto and I met through her sister Mpumi when she was running her beauty salon Anino, and we met at a photo shoot together, and from there we kind of hit it off. We spoke then, and then what? We met up after, when we both started working for Anino, and somehow after knowing each other for 5.2 seconds, and I mean that literally, we became roommates. We got an apartment and we became roommates. We got an apartment together and we lived together for a couple of months. She moved back to Middelburg and moved back to Joburg. I mean, you guys know all the story. Moved back to Joburg, and I was just her Joburg friend, and we just stayed in touch ever since we met on that shoot. Obviously on and off, but what has definitely brought us closer, besides living together, I think motherhood has brought us closer. We have kids that are the same age. We went through pregnancy together, and yeah, this is how we led to this video. It is a channel takeover. I'm not even sure if this is actually a thing, but we are doing a YouTube channel takeover. I am taking over Nonto's channel, that is why I'm here, and she is taking over my channel. So those of you that are subscribed to both of us, you're probably geeking out and you're like, oh my gosh, yes. And you know what, I'm there with you. And those of you that have no idea who this random girl is, I just gave you a backstory. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video. I want to encourage you guys to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Subscribe to Nonto's channel. I don't know what she's on the road to. Let's see. I have taken over her channel before when we did her 30K vlog, but her 30K for Instagram, but it wasn't that deep. This is like a full video takeover. Let's see. Let's quickly stalk Nonto. I have my laptop here. Those of you that are on my channel will know that I am a girl that will have her laptop in front of her or some notes. 14,500 subscribers. So we are on the road to 15K. I feel like 15K is too easy. Guys, we can get to 15K before the end of 2023. We can do it. Let's what's the word I'm looking for? Share. Let's share. Encourage our friends to subscribe. Share it with the new mom. Share it with the mom. Maybe if you don't know someone who has one child and you know someone who has 2 kids. I've got 2 kids. Share it with a mom who has 2 kids and say, hey, subscribe to Nonto's channel. Yeah, and they can check out this video. So today's video is highly requested. And I say highly requested because everybody wants to know, did Nonto and I plan our pregnancies? Well, I'm going to answer that. So I'm going to explain this video to you guys before I dive into it. I've already done the formalities of introducing myself. I've already told you guys what we're doing on this channel. I've already told you guys and encouraged you to subscribe, like, comment, share, do the right things. And now I want to encourage you, after watching this video, go over to my channel, watch that video, and get Nonto's responses. So if you're like, okay, we hear what Bonolo is saying, but what is our person saying? Your person, Nonto, she'd say darlings, is on my channel. So go and watch her responses on my channel. And if you're coming from Nonto's channel, enjoy this video. No, if you're coming from my channel to Nonto's channel, enjoy this video. And these are my responses. So, what is it that I wanted? Yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. So I've got all the formalities out the way. Now, this video is basically a Q&A, a question and answer. We're answering the exact same questions. We put up a poll asking you guys, what do you guys want to know about both of our pregnancy journeys, going through it together. And we have narrowed it down to the top 15 questions. And I think there might be a bonus question or two. And we're both answering basically the same questions, actually literally the same questions. And yeah, guys, my lips are so dry. Let me just, I don't know. I think I'm dehydrated. This happens too often. I'm using my child's oil. Anyway, so I think I did a pretty good job introducing myself. But again, for the millionth time, I'm Bonolo. I'm a mom of two under two. Good Lord have mercy. I have a toddler that is almost 2 years old. I have a newborn that is exactly the same age as Nonto's son. And yeah, I'm a girl, full-on girl mom. I do motherhood and lifestyle content. I dabble in home stuff and like I don't do beauty. I'm not a beauty girl. That's not this department. She kills it in that department. But yeah, I'm more of a mommy and a lifestyle content creator and YouTuber, and I hope you guys enjoy having me here on this platform. I tend to babble a lot, and I think I have not even started this video, and I've just probably wasted a good trillion minutes just yappity yappity yappity. I'm trying something new, and I'm actually standing throughout this entire video. I don't know, I just thought it would be fun, and it will keep me going. So let's go. Who found out first? So those that don't know, Nonto and I were both pregnant at the same time this year, and then we gave birth at the same time this year, and I'm going to be answering my side of the questions while she answers hers. So who found out first? Nonto found out first. Nonto found out she was pregnant first because she had an inkling. I don't know why, but you guys know her story. But yeah, if you don't know mine, I didn't know I was pregnant. I never thought I would even be. I had no idea. So she found out first. How did you tell each other your preggies? Nonto has told you guys how she told me, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. She video called me, I think a couple of days after her birthday, if not the day after. She FaceTimed me and she was like, BBT, and then she took out the pregnancy test and she showed me, and I was like, oh, I didn't even see the lines. The fact that she took out the pregnancy test, I was like, oh my god. But I was super happy. But that's how she told me. And then I told Nonto she was back in Joburg. It was maybe 3 weeks after she told me. And I arrived at work first, which I never do. She used to arrive at work first. I arrived at the office first. And I was freaking out. And I was like, oh my gosh, how am I going to tell her? And then I slipped my pregnancy test in a book, I think. Yeah, it was a book. And I was like, I think you really need to read this book. This is a really good book to read. And I just slid it over. Like I was panicked and I was just all weird. And I just threw it at her. And she opened and she burst out laughing. Yeah, that's how we told each other. And then from there, we just looked at each other like, this is crazy. Hey, yeah. How did you feel when you found out that you're pregnant at the same time? Like I said, we were both like, this is crazy. There is no way. I just don't even think it's sunk in, to be quite honest. Like, we have kids that are literally the same age, but it has not sunk in. Like, it blows our minds. We laugh, we chuckle, Like, even at the spa, we were like, can you believe it? But yeah, so that's how we felt, shocked, and we still feel shocked. And it's, I mean, obviously, like, it was exciting. It's like, who would have thought? But yeah, we were shocked, guys. What were the differences and similarities between your pregnancies? Because we didn't get to spend a lot of time together in our pregnancies, I don't know how she's going to answer this, but because we didn't get to spend a lot of time together, we can't really highlight that as much as we would like. But what I can, like, say things that I remember from first trimester when she was still living in Joburg. Our differences with the pregnancy was our cravings. Like, we craved things that were completely different. I wanted healthy food, Nonto wanted junk. Nonto was super, super sick in the beginning. I was just like chilling. Until a little bit later, then I got sick. So I guess that's a similarity. Her morning sickness, it was short-lived. Mine was really, really prolonged. I had hyperemesis. What else? She had extreme headaches. I didn't have any headaches at all. She was very emotional. Like, she was an emotional person. I just wasn't. And not moody. She was just super sensitive. What else? This was my first pregnancy. This was my second pregnancy. This was her first pregnancy. So that's something that's different. What else? Oh, let's move closer to, like, the time. Her belly started showing first. Mine started showing after, a little bit later than hers. Her boobs were huge. Mine were yeah, those are the differences. Anything that was similar, we both craved lots of sugar. We both craved a lot of sugar. Like, sugar, I think, is one thing that we can both say that we craved and that we had in common, was the sugar craving. Sorry, just unlocking my laptop. And what else? A similarity in our pregnancies. We were both due in the same month. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big similarity. We're both due in the same month. And can I tell you guys something interesting? I wanted a boy and she wanted a girl. I know it's not part of the question, but I wanted a boy and she wanted a girl, and we got what the other person wanted. How crazy. Very crazy. What is something no one talks about during pregnancy? For me, I would definitely say people don't talk about what happens to your relationship romantically during pregnancy, like the father of the child during pregnancy. It's always painted in movies and, like, from what I've seen in media. I'm not saying social media. Actually, social media, TV, movies, realistic reality shows, all those things. It's always painted that it's so beautiful and that the father of the child is, like, amazing and he's doting, and that pregnancy is this big miracle of life and you're so beautiful and gorgeous. But the reality is it's shit. And I don't like pregnancy. I share this on my channel all the time. I don't like being pregnant. I'm miserable most of my pregnancy, especially the first trimester. Well, up until, like, I'm halfway through my pregnancy, then I get, like, a month of fun, and then it's, like, horrible. So I think things that people don't talk about is that it takes a wreck on your relationship. I spoke about this openly with my first daughter, that my relationship took a bulldozing, and it happens. And I've seen it with so many other people who have had kids, like especially the first kid. It just shakes shit up, and in a way that you just were not prepared for. And people don't highlight that. And people also don't highlight that the father is not always the most attentive. Like, I love my husband, I love him so much, but he's not like like, do you need this? Must I rub you? No, it's more like of a, love, I'm craving this. Can you please get it for me? Like, he doesn't go beyond thinking, oh, her back might be swollen me. No. And that's just a guy thing. It's not a him thing. It's a most guy thing. And movies paint lies to us. So I think that that's one thing I think people don't talk about, is what it does to your relationship. It just makes things awkward and, like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And then the other thing is that you don't have to enjoy pregnancy, that not all pregnancies are enjoyable, and that as much as you're blessed with this miracle of life, it's still pretty miserable. It is. Well, some people are blessed. Nanto's blessed. She had like a nice breezy. But for me, I have HG, which is hyperemesis gravidarium, which is you basically vomit your guts out. You can't take anything. Like us, Nanto, my first pregnancy, she saw it firsthand. And then I had it in my second pregnancy too. So for me, it just makes pregnancy miserable. And then the last trimester, like I'm miserable, I was in pain. So pregnancy is not enjoyable for everyone. How did you bond with baby in the belly? First time mom asking. With my first, it was really, really easy. I spoke to her a lot. I loved the cakes. I would read. I would sing worship. Like with my first, it was so easy. Because it's exciting. With my second, it was a little bit difficult because I was so miserable about having another child so soon. But for me, the biggest bonding thing with both my kids that I can say wasn't common is worship music. I worshipped to my belly all the time, and to a point where I feel like it's like it translated, because I see Gabo. There's a mix of Maverick City on tour that I used to play. Gabo is my toddler. She's my almost 2-year-old. But I used to play a lot to my belly, and I used to sing every single morning, even more time, a couple times a day sometimes. And when I put it on now, God, it's like Jesus is there. Like she loves it so much. And I could be looking too much into it, I'm not too sure, but that's one thing I noticed. And then with my second, I also did, with Kumo, my newborn, I also did the same thing. She's just young for me to see it, but when she's on my chest and I like hum worship, I also see that it really soothes her. But also that could just be a mom and baby bonding thing. So for me, bonding with my baby was honestly listening to worship and singing. Not a great singer, but my kids responded well to it. Really responded well to it. And then also in the shower, I spoke to my belly a lot in the shower. Like I'm even touching it now. Even before I started showing, I spoke to my belly a lot. I would touch it and mommy's here, and I'd be like, hi baby. Like I really just spoke to my belly a lot in the shower. With my first daughter, water was also a thing. Like I would sit in the bath a lot and trickle water, and she would respond to it. And I'd be in the pool a lot, and I see it now. She absolutely loves water. So you can find different ways to do it, but that's kind of how I did it. But bonding with a baby sometimes doesn't happen until baby's here. So first time mommy, if you have not bonded with baby in utero, it's completely okay. I didn't have that whole, it's the heartbeat, it's beautiful thing. I didn't cry when I heard my baby's heartbeat for the first time. I just thought it was super cool. At some point in my pregnancies, both, I found the kicking annoying. So it's okay if you don't feel like you're bonding with baby now. If you feel like it's getting dark thoughts, definitely see your gynecologist and let them know what's happening. But other than that, I think the bonding happens over time. To be quite honest, with my second, I struggled bonding with her outside of uterus, both in uterus and outside of uterus, like in the real world. And I think I'm only now starting to kind of feel a connection to her. So it takes time. Just as long as you're aware and you're intentional about it, you're going to be good. If it feels a bit dark, always speak to your gynecologist. What's next? Is it true that doing the deed speeds up the birthing process? For those that don't know, I did not have natural birth. I was an elective C-section mommy, both my kids. That I speak a lot about on my channel, and I'll have a whole different video on it, so I won't even get into it. But I did go into natural labor with my first. So I went into natural labor with my first because I had sex. So my answer would be yes. Literally, I think I went shopping on the Monday. I had sex the Sunday. I had sex the Sunday, went shopping the Monday, and had sex the Monday evening. And the Tuesday morning, I was 2 centimeters dilated. So I do think it 100% speeds up the process. In fact, it's encouraged when you're trying to get baby to come. Yeah, it's true. I'm no doctor, I'm no healthcare professional, but it is true. I'm no expert, but based on my personal experience, it is true. When did your baby turn? So my kids, Kumo, I think Kumo, which is my second, my newborn, I think she took a little longer to turn. My first turned rather quickly. I think around the 34, 35, 36, between 34 and 36 weeks, I think my kids turned, if I'm not mistaken. I think. Or is it 32 and 36? Between 32 and 36 weeks, my kids turned. Kuma was worrying me because she was breached, even though it doesn't really matter because I was going to have an elective C-section. But both my kids turned rather early. Well, not early, but relatively textbook. So they turned when they should. I don't know. But yeah, I think from about 32 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I'm not a healthcare professional, but speaking of experience. Best trimester to be in and how were labor pains? My best trimester to be in, I think everyone would agree, it's the honeymoon trimester, which is second trimester. That was literally my favorite trimester with both pregnancies. Things are just great. Your energy is up. You feel like yourself again. Your belly starts to show. Baby starts to move. It's honestly the really nice, fun trimester. Your belly's showing, but not in an ugly face, and you're not too heavy. You've got some pain, but pain that's manageable. It's just like discomfort. This morning sickness is worn off. The fatigue is gone. Surges of energy. Your moods are a little bit more stabilized. The hormones are balanced. The cravings come in. Listen, you can take in food. Second trimester is honestly every single person's favorite trimester. I do think it is called the honeymoon trimester for a reason, and I could not agree anymore. Were labor pains painful? I did not have labor pains. I had contractions because I was in labor, early labor, up until I was about 4.5 centimeters dilated before they took me into the OR with my first. And I can't say they were painful because I didn't go up until the end, but I think I would have been just fine. To tell you guys, those that don't know, I am a endo warrior. I have endometriosis, so I'm used to pain. So I think I would have been fine during labor. I'm not saying it would have been easy, but I think it would have been something I'm kind of used to. I don't know. Kind of used to. Endometriosis flare-ups are horrible. So, and I've been there a few times. I've had a couple of surgeries, so I feel like I would have been okay. Labor pains are painful. I don't know, it depends on your pain tolerance, I guess. But again, I can't talk much about it. Is there anything you wanted to do in your pregnancy that you didn't get to do? Yes, there is a baby moon. I didn't get to do a baby moon for any of my pregnancies, and that's purely based on finances. Both of our kids were surprise babies, and we just, as much as we had a first with our second, and financially we were better than what it was with our first, it still wasn't at a place where it's like we can let's go on a baby moon. And for my baby moon, I wouldn't want it to be like, I know you can do anything, you can just do a random staycation, but I'd actually want to savor the moment. But we will also, so with my first, we just weren't financially in a great position, and we were just, it's baby number one, like you just don't know what's going to happen, how much things are going to cost, and our relationship was also not in a great place, so that just, it almost was not an option. And then with baby number two, we had a goal, and our goal was saving up for Makhadi Lobola. So as much as I wanted it and I really wanted to do it, our financial goal was more important, and we were gonna have 2 kids, and we were wanting to move, and it just wasn't looking great, and it was prioritizing. As much as I think my next child, definitely we will be able to have a baby moon, but we can have our honeymoon and family trips now. So as much as it's something that I really wish we did have, it's not the end of the road, like end of the world, you know. But yeah, that's definitely something I wish I did, a baby moon. And yeah, that's it. Gender reveal? No, not really. Where are we? Baby stuff. How far apart are our babies? Our babies are literally 7 days apart. Nando was her due date was 15 September, and her son, lo and behold, came 15 September, Friday the 15th of September. My daughter Kumo she was due on 30 September, between 30 and and 30 September and 7 October. But we knew she was going to come September, and she was born on the 22nd of September. She was born 7 days after, Friday the 22nd, 7 days after Nonto's son. So they're literally 7 days apart, a whole week apart. Have your babies met? Yes, our babies have met. They met 2 weeks ago when we went to the spa. I got to meet Nkangiso and Nonto got to meet Kumo, and then Kumo and Nkangiso actually got to meet. It was so cute. Well, it wasn't like anything like, oh, it's so cute, but now that I think about it, it's like, oh my gosh, our babies actually did get to meet. Yeah, it was fine. It was really not like this whole look, you know, it was just a Kumo, look, it's Nka, and that's it. I wish I could make it this whole, it was a reveal, but it really wasn't. But yeah, they did get to meet just 2 weeks ago when we went to the spa. That's Sunday at Miri's birthday. What is your current struggle stepping into the new role? For me, speaking on my personal struggle, I'm hot. For me, it would definitely be adjusting to 2 under 2. That was really, really rough for me. Going from 0 to 1 is hard. From 1 to 2 is like, it's supposed to be easier, but I don't think so. I really, really genuinely don't think so. I think 0 to 1 is just a shock to the system, but 1 to 2, specifically in my situation where I have 2 under 2, both my kids need a lot of my attention. Gabo, my toddler, is at an age where she really, really needs me present and involved, but Kumo needs me because I am her source of food. I need to create a bond with her. So I struggled with that a lot, and I spoke about this in my blog. That was something that I'm struggling with. I don't think I have it yet. I think I'm just used to it. The guilt still eats at me. I don't believe I have it yet, but I do struggle with, I'm struggling with 2 under 2, and just splitting myself, you know. But I think the older Kumo will get, and when she starts being mobile, it will be easier because I can play with them at the same time and kind of interact with them. What I do is just I take my toddler out on dates when I have time, and then I just sit with my newborn in the room sometimes and take naps with her. So I try, but that's what I'm struggling with, adjusting to 2 kids and giving and splitting myself as a present mom. The last question, did you guys plan it? The biggest question of them all, did we plan it? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We did not plan it. I'm joking. We really did not plan this. It is God's plan for both of us. God was like, Bonolo, second baby. Nonto, baby number 1. Like, it was not our plan at all. Were we doing a para exceso with no protection? Guilty. Were we both not on birth control? Guilty. Did we do a para exceso at the same time? Guilty. But we didn't say, let's have a baby. You know, we didn't. Our next babies are definitely planned though. We've decided that we are going to be having babies in 2020. Can't tell you, but those are planned. My husband doesn't know. Nonto's I almost said husband. Nonto's partner doesn't know. Nonto's man doesn't know. My husband doesn't know. Listen, they don't need to know. They don't need to know, but we are having kids in 2020, whether they like it or not. And we are going to be pregnant at the same time. So that one, we will be here like, hey, are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. But this one we didn't. You can't plan it, guys. Our ovulation wasn't, we didn't even know that we were ovulating at the same time. We did not know. So no, we did not plan it. I promise you guys. Bonus questions. Da, 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 da. I feel like this video is too long. I feel like I talk a lot. I feel like I've been rambling. I feel like you guys are bored. But let me just finish off. We've got 2 bonus questions because why not? The first one is, knowing what you know now, would you still have kids or would you wait? I think this person was coming from a place of, Nanda and I are only 25 years old, which is crazy, by the way. Nanda's birthday is on the 10th of January. My birthday is on the 9th of January. We were both born in 1998. It's insane. Both of our kids are born in September 2023. They're the same stuff. It's mind-blowing. I mean, who would have thought, right? It's crazy. I think this person was coming from a place of, do we feel like we're too young? Or I can tell you for a fact, and I know not those answer, no. Both of us are destined to be where we are. We are both destined to be moms. We deserve to be moms, and this is God's plan for both of us. It might have not gone the way we thought it would go. We might have not been married. We might not be living in our own places. Things might not be nuclear, and we might not be giving our kids the nuclear family and following the way things should go right now. But it doesn't take away that kids are God's blessing. Kids don't just happen, you know. Yes, you have sex and it's like oopsie, but they don't just fall from the sky. God literally plants them inside you. So no, I would not change a single thing. I would not wait. Would I? If I could choose, no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even want to choose, to be honest. But yeah, and I think Nonto, I think she would say the same thing. Plus, who wants to have a baby when they're old? Guys, pregnancy is hard. What's the one thing you want to be intentional about when it comes to motherhood and traditions and values you will implement? One thing I want to be intentional about when it comes to motherhood, I 100% want my kids to know that their mom is there. I want to be a fully present mom. I don't want to miss a single thing. And it's a big part of the reason why I want to be a stay-at-home mom, and I've kind of decided that route for me now. Is it smart? I don't know, but this is what my kids deserve. So I want to be a present mom. I want to be the mom that does the cute party packs. I want to be the mom that gets messy with the kids. I want to be that mom. I just want my kids to know that I was there, you know, and I want them to have the best of me, and I want to give them the best of me so that they can give me the best. No, I can't say they can give me the best of them. I have a toddler who's almost 2, and you know what? Traumatic 2s are a real thing. But yeah, so that's one thing I'm intentional about with my kids, is being present and actually being there for my kids. I will give them the world when it comes to emotional and physical support, like being there. What else? This is a bit sappy. It's gonna kind of feel like it's contradictory, but I'm working very hard for this. Both my husband and I are working very hard for this. But one thing I'm intentional about giving my kids is what I didn't have as a child growing up, and that is 2 parents under one roof, parents that love each other. My parents love and respect each other, but I didn't see that. It was normal for me to have parents that are not together, which is okay. That's their own thing. They didn't work out because they didn't work out. My dad was naughty, whatever. But I want my kids to have what I didn't have. So I want a nuclear family. I might have not followed the biblical ways of getting married and doing this and blah, 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 which is fine. Life happens, but I still want to give my kids that. I'm intentional about having Christian bound kids, and I'm not going to get religious because I know you guys how you get. I just want my kids to be strong in their faith, strong in love, and strong in their family unit. And I want them to have everything that I didn't have. I didn't have parents that raised me in a church. I didn't have parents that lived under one roof. I didn't have parents who could make it to my netball games. I didn't have parents who could pick me up from school. I had a driver. You know, my dad got me a driver to pick me up from school, but luckily he dropped me off at home. He dropped me off at school every morning. I lived with my dad and not my mom, so I didn't really have that maternal figure in the house. I was the mom in the house, you know. So I want my kids to have everything that I didn't have. But hey guys, don't feel sorry for me. I grew up really well, and I came out absolutely fantastic. My parents did a really, really good job. I've got a few things here and there, but I'm not complaining about how I grew up. I want different for my kids. And I think it's a little bit for me too. Anyway, traditions and values I want to implement. Traditions, every holiday will be celebrated and made a big deal of. My dad did that most of my childhood, and I want to carry it out, but I want to carry it out in a family unit. And I have great memories of Christmas and Easter, and I will continue that. So that's any cultural things. No, I don't believe in cultural stuff. And then values that I'd like to implement is going to church, worshiping, just being good faith-based kids, not snooty ones that people don't like and that are judgmental. No, but faith-based family, and kids that are emotionally intelligent, and kids that have manners, and yeah, those are the values that I want to instill. Kids that are strong-willed, kids that can stand up for themselves, that are confident. Yeah, like I say this to my husband, I want Gabo to be able to tell you that was not nice, that you hurt my feelings, and she does, like, and my husband says yes, but I must be able to correct her, and I'm like 100%, but she should be able to vocalize to her. So I want kids, I want those values that my parents allowed me to tell him when I was upset about something. I mean, they didn't allow me, I kind of forced them, but I want kids that are strong and confident and faithful and loyal, kind. Honestly, I just want to raise decent humans. I feel like this video is so long, I'm stressed. I don't even want to look at how long it is. But anyway, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was actually really, really fun. It was such a fun Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that we will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Nonto is getting to 15,000 followers by the end of 2023. And next year, we are getting her to 30K subscribers by the end of 2024. And guys, bully her into being consistent on YouTube and tell her that you guys want 2 videos a week. Tell her you want 2 videos a week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video on my channel that Nonto is answering all these questions. If you have not seen it, go and pop on my channel and go watch it. Guys, we hope that we will actually get to be together and film together soon. These channel takeovers are so fun. It just makes me so excited to have a collaboration with her. Yes, we need to do a collaboration. I hope you guys enjoyed the spa vlogs when we were together. We're really spoiling you guys. Tell us in the comments what you want. Since this is a Q&A, let me encourage you. Tell us in Nonto's comments and in my comments what it is that you want to see from both of us collaborating. We can see if we can make it happen. I mean, we're in different cities, but tell us how you felt about this video and tell us what you want to see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.